Now I've just got back from a yarn swap. Hey team, I hope you're doing well. I thought I'd film an impromptu kind of knitting vlog this week. I was just feeling sharing my updates and my progresses and some new acquisitions with you. I've kind of got a couple of whips on the go. I'm about to finish one and I thought it would be really fun to cast on a new kind of spring summer knitting garment. So yeah, I thought I'd pick up the camera, particularly now because I placed a wool warehouse order this week and it just arrived and I'm so excited about what I got here. So I thought I could chat you through these, talk about some plans, and then yeah, for the rest of the week you can knit along with me. I'll show you what I'm working on, keep you updated with any progress. Yeah, it should be a kind of nice casual vlog style video. Oh, I just love that they send them in these organza bags. They come in so handy for projects. The main reason I made this order was to get two of these. This is Drop Spell and it is a 53% cotton, 33% viscose and 14% linen yarn. So this is like a summer cotton blend yarn that is great for spring and summer garments, and I haven't used this before, but I placed an order for a test knit that I am working on and I ordered 3 of these. However, when it came to actually knitting the test knit up, I changed my mind about my yarn and ordered something else instead. So I basically have 3 of these already upstairs in my office. Great, but that is not enough for the type of project that I originally wanted to do. So I ordered 2 more and that gives me way more options and way more flexibility when it comes to actually choosing a project to use with this yarn. So I bought this originally from a website called Lind Hobby, but I managed to get the exact same dye lot for the ones I already had. So that means there won't be kind of any stripes or obvious lines going through my project. So I'll talk you through some options that I've got for Drop Spell. I've never used it before. I'd love to know if you have and what you thought of it. The only other linen yarn that I've used before is the Sanders Garn, I think it was called Tinline. That really hurt my hands. Like I didn't really enjoy the feeling of knitting without my hands. So I'm hoping this is a tiny bit softer, maybe because it's got some cotton in. So my options for this, I think I'm leaning most towards the Sabai top. I absolutely love this camisole. It's kind of boat neck. I just think it's so classic, so effortless, and I think it will look so pretty in this kind of blue turquoise colour. So the colour of this, bless you, the colour of this is 17. I think it's called like Deep Petrol or something like that, and it is just a very pretty colour that I think will work really nice, like a jewel toned against pale skin. I think would look really pretty. In fact, this would look good on all skin tones. I think it's just such a pretty colour, and I don't own anything in this shade and I've never knit with anything in this shade either, so I'm quite excited about that. So I think I've got 5 balls. I think that is definitely more than enough to make the Sabai top. I was also thinking I could make the Tolsta Tee. Tolsta Tee is just a classic summer t-shirt. Loads of people have made this. It's like a well-loved pattern because it's so versatile. So you can knit it in stripes, you can knit it in one colour, you can add these little eyelet details in, and all of those kind of amends come in the original pattern, so it's great. I was thinking I could do the nostalgia top, which is a really pretty, again, camisole with some lace detailing. The Aloe top by Le Paul is so cute. That's another option, which calls for kind of like a nice linen spring type yarn. So I've got a lot of options of this. So we are going on holiday in a couple of weeks or months, so I'm thinking of taking like one summer project away with me on that trip to knit whilst we're traveling, and also if we have any downtime on the holiday. So I'm really excited to kind of cast a new spring project on whilst we're away on that trip. So maybe that could be the project I take away with me. The second yarn I got, and I'm so excited about this. So there is a top called the Genie top. I absolutely love this pattern. It's almost like a halter neck style summer garment with a little eyelet detail at the front, kind of cropped. I have wanted to knit this pretty much for nearly a year now. I think since I started knitting, or when it was released, I just fell in love with it. And also it means a lot, like I would love to knit it because my niece, her nickname is Genie, so it it makes me very happy. So I have been to and froing about what kind of colour to knit this up in, but I think I have settled on the yarn and the colour. So it is knit up in a worsted weight yarn using 4.5mm needles. It's worked bottom up. The yarns that it is recommended, I've been finding it very hard to get my hands on, so I've done a little bit of digging, and instead I've decided to hold this yarn double to make more of a worsted Aran weight gauge. So I have chosen the Rico Design Essentials Cotton DK. 50 grams here is 120 meters, and I've chosen this super pretty kind of dusky blue lilac shade, color 112, which is called Ocean Blue, but I'd say it's definitely more of kind of like a purple, like a light lilac. And I've got 5 balls of this, so I'll be holding it double, and hopefully that will be enough. Oh no, wait, I've got 6 balls of that, so I think that's definitely more than enough. And I'm so tempted to cast this on this week when I finish my current knit that I'm working on. So pretty. I'm really excited to make this top, and I think I could potentially knit it in a lot of different colours because I love the pattern so much. And then I made a couple of impulse purchases. I say impulse purchases, but I've wanted this yarn for a really long time. Whenever I've gone to buy it in the past, it's always been out of stock, but I saw that it was in stock this time, so I decided to pick some up. So it is the Drops Fiesta superwash treated sock wool, but it's in the like printed colorway. So I went for, I've got 3 of this colorway and 2 of another one. This is the colorway 22. It is so pretty. It's like kind of like dark dusky tie-dye, and the pictures of this knit up held together with like a white or cream mohair look so beautiful. So I have enough here to make, I think, the Oslo hat, which would be really fun. I could either make a miniature for my niece, or I don't know. I just really love this yarn, and I'm really excited to work with it. I don't tend to work with many superwash wool, so I am not sure how they work when it comes to blocking, but yeah, the colours make me so happy. So I got the colourway 22, and then I also got 2 of the colourway 14. It's kind of similar but way more neon and vibrant, whereas this is definitely a bit more muted and dusky. So again, I bought 2 of these. I was thinking either a hat for my niece or a little bandana. I really want to make a little like a summer bandana for my hair to keep my hair out of my face. So happy with my yarn purchase, guys. Look at all this beautiful yarn that I've now got to use for summer projects. I think I'm gonna make a cup of tea and go settle on the sofa and finish this knit that I'm working on. I probably won't finish it today because I've got quite a lot of it left to do, but it is bank holiday Easter weekend, so I'm hoping over the next 4 days I can definitely finish that and make some progress on a new knit. So this evening I might work up a gauge swatch for the Genie top and buy the pattern as well. I haven't bought the pattern yet. Oh, and then also, if anyone is wondering, I'm wearing kind of like a freestyle knitted t-shirt that I made using this Noro yarn that I got from eBay. I talk about this in a little bit more detail in my last knitting podcast, so I will leave a link to that down below. Don't mind me, I've changed into my dressing gown, and also ignore the Easter egg behind me. I've been munching on I got a mini egg Easter egg this year, but I thought I'd just talk you through the project I'm working on. Oh, you're in it?
No, just not.
No, you can just maybe turn it down just a touch. So I'm working on my test knit at the moment, which is so nearly done now. I've like finished with the bulk of the knitting, and now I'm just doing the finishing touches. So I need to do an icord bind off, which is going to take me hours because it's around the whole of this, all around the armholes, all around the neckline, and then repeat on the other side. And this is basically, again, I've spoken about this before, but it's like a summer tank top, but it's backless, and it's like with clips. It's got clips together at the back to give it a really nice shape. And I've just, yesterday I frogged it back loads, and I've just finished re-knitting. Because it's a test knit, it's a lot of back and forth and like changing and adjusting. So yeah, I've already done the I-cord and I'm having to redo it, which is fine. I've actually gone down a needle size for this run, and it's looking a lot nicer. So I'm hoping I can get this finished ASAP over Easter weekend, so I can then cast on something new. But for this I'm using a yarn which is by Sidar, and it's the cashmere classic merino silk, I want to say, in a navy. I'm holding it double, and this pattern's really cool because it's my first made to measure pattern, so I had to like input all my measurements into a spreadsheet. Hopefully it should fit like an absolute dream. Excited to finish this because I feel like I have been working on it for a while. The test knit isn't due until like a month and a bit away, but I want to get it done so I can wear it whilst as the weather gets nice and warm. So I'm just going to sit here and do my iCord bind off whilst watching G play some video games, and I can just tell I'm going to get jealous because I love this game. We're playing a video game called Returnal that we've completed this like 6 times. How many times have we? No, 4 times, I reckon. Yeah, absolutely 4 times we've completed this.
Like the character in the game, just keep going back.
Yeah, it's not a game for everyone. It's like set in space, and you're like, well, it's not on Earth, is it? Is it set in space? She's an astronaut.
She is.
Of course she's set in space.
But with the story, is it set in space?
Well, that's the thing. Well, we don't want to spoil anything for anyone.
It's set in space.
It's set in space, you're an astronaut and you wake up on this planet and your spaceship has crashed and you're basically exploring, but every time you die it like resets right back to the beginning. So you've got like 3 levels that you need to complete in order to complete the game. I'm not going to spoil too much. And then also every time you die and replay it again, all the rooms are different. So it's like, yeah, it's different every time you play it basically, and we are obsessed with it. I hated it at first. I hated the fact that you'd spend hours doing a run and then you die and then you'd have to go right back to the beginning. But now it's one of our favourite games, and every now and again we're just like, we want to play this again. I'll show you what it looks like. Do a little tour, babe.
Picking up some shit.
Picking up some proficiency.
I'm gonna look around. Zipping over here, zipping over there.
Oh, it's just, and it's so scary as well. Some of the aliens are proper freaky, but this is my favourite level here. It's so... Go and find some aliens. Okay, so these are the aliens. There's a lot going on. Oh my god, it looks chaos. Like, looking at this, I would be like, this looks not my cup of tea, but it is so addictive. Hello, it is Easter Monday. So, bit of an update. I didn't do any knitting on Saturday, which is so weird for a weekend. Normally I dedicate at least a couple of hours every day to get some knitting done, but Saturday was so busy I didn't do anything. And then yesterday I was I had a hangover, so I didn't do anything major. I finished the iCord bind off for my navy blue summer backless top and wove in some ends, and I swatched for my Genie top, and it is blocked and dry, so I'm going to remeasure my gauge now. I am a little bit concerned that this material is so thick and like dense, and it doesn't have much drape to it. It feels kind of sturdy and like it will get kind of creased, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure about the fabric, but hopefully we match gauge here. It was 18 stitches by 24 rows, and I got that, and now I'm a bit worried that it's not going to match gauge anymore because I blocked it, but let's see. We have got 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16, 17, 18. Oh my god, we still match gauge. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, we are spot on gauge for length and width, which is fantastic, which means I can technically cast on. But I was rereading the instructions this morning, and this pattern calls for a Italian tubular cast on method for 1x1 ribbing, including 2 setup rows in double knitting worked flat. And I've never done that. I've never done tubular cast on method before, and it's worked bottom up, so it's like quite over 100 stitches that I need to cast on. It says this type of cast on requires a little bit of patience, so don't rush through this part, and I just don't know if I have that in me right now to like learn a new cast on. So I might just pick up a project that I am just working, kind of stocking it in, and then I can cast this on properly at some point this week. Trying to knit, but this one wants a brush. He's being a very needy boy right now, but I'm not complaining. So I am currently knitting on, I've picked up my cardigan I was working on. This is my chunky mouline cardigan by Knit, and I'm using Isia Jensen and a strand of soft silk mohair by Knitting for Olive in this navy blue, and it's just the nicest kind of blue mould effect. So I'm knitting on the sleeve decreases now, keeping a track of my rows. Oh, that's it, you good boy. Oh hey, me again. So it is Wednesday and I was supposed to be going out to an event tonight, but the person I'm going with is cancelled so sadly, which means I now have an evening in, which is quite exciting because I think I'm finally going to cast on for the Genie top. But I wanted to show you quickly that I have just finished knitting this little baby hat for my manager who... Oh, this is inside out. I was like, why the hell? I've got so many ends to weave in on this because I'm using old scrap yarn anyway. My manager at work has just had a baby, so I've knit her baby a hat and it looks really scruffy. I haven't blocked it yet and I'm really worried this is going to be way too small, but I knit a cardigan. It was my first ever cardigan. I knit it in Drops Wish and I had some scraps left over, so I literally have just been using those to make this hat. I think I definitely cast on too tight because there's not much stretch to this, but I'm hoping it will grow slightly with blocking, and I really hope this will fit literally a newborn baby's head. Also, if the quality is a bit rubbish on this camera, it's because I'm using my phone. My camera is upstairs and I can't be bothered to go and get it. Quickly going to make a bobble and then weave in my ends and then I can block this. But yeah, I don't have very much yarn of this left. I've literally got my original gauge swatch and this. So I think I probably could have made this a tiny bit bigger, but I am following like the newborn baby size of this pattern. And the pattern is one that I've used before. It's the rib beanie. I purchased it on Ravelry without realising that there's actually a free version on the blog that this designer had made. So if you want to contribute like I did to the pattern, you can do, but you can also get this pattern for free, and it comes in loads of different head sizes, so it's a great pattern. Because I have been using scrap yarn and lots of ends, I've just got loads to weave in. But the reason I turned my camera on is because I finally get a chance to use this. So normally when I make pom-poms for hats, I just use cardboard that I've cut out, but last year I purchased like an actual pom-pom maker and I've never used it. I actually don't know how to use this. I do have some white cotton yarn that I'm going to use for the pom-pom. Oh, and the reason I'm doing the colour green as well instead of a pink or a blue is, one, because I'm not the biggest fan of gender stereotyping when it comes to babies. Like, they've just been born, why do we have to make them a hat depending on what sex they are? But also because my manager Buffy was waiting till the baby was born before she found out the sex, and I just love that idea, so I wanted to make a little green one. So let's work out how to use this guy. It looks kind of fun. I am ready to start, and normally I like to hold my yarn double when I'm doing pom-poms because they get fluffier way quicker and it makes it just so much easier. But I can't be bothered to try and find the other end of this ball, so this will have to do. So I've just found a cool tutorial and I will link that down below, but I feel like this is going to be so much easier than doing it with like cardboard that I've made myself, because that was so fiddly and the pom-poms always looked a little bit like not very full. But I'm hoping this will work. So I'm just going to sit here and wrap probably for about 5 minutes, and I will be back to show you me trying to unwrap it. Okay, we have wrapped. Why are these scissors so blunt all of a sudden? They were fine last week. Okay, so now with very blunt scissors, I'm going to cut through this. These were literally fine last week. I must have sat on them. I just don't feel like I'm a pom-pom type of gal, you know? I feel like my patience is way too short for stuff like this. Okay. No! No! Oh my god, have I ruined it already? This is what happened to me last time. Oh dear, this is going terribly. This is literally what happened to me last time. How do people make this look so easy? Because now I need to do the other side, but that looks like such a mess. Do you want to see my pom-pom? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Oh, oh dear. Oh.
Oh, that's a complicated device for like a little pom-pom, isn't it?
Oh my god, I can't get it out. I don't like making pom-poms. I've broken it.
What are you making a pom-pom for?
Buffy's baby's hat. Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, hey, I made one.
Well done. Hello.
This side's better than that side, but I'll give it a little trim. Oh, nice. That's cute. I should have made the smaller pom-pom. That looks quite big, doesn't it? Hey team, hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday evening, and I've just got back from a yarn swap, which was so much fun. It was the first one I've done and I absolutely loved the concept, and it just so happens that it fell in the week when I'm filming this knitting vlog. So it was a collaboration between Wool and the Gang and Traid. Traid is one of my favourite charity shops in the UK. They always have such cool like vintage pieces in there, such a good shop. I usually go to the Walthamstow one or the Dalston Traid. And yeah, they did a collaboration together. Wool and the Gang is obviously a great yarn brand. In fact, they were the first like proper yarn brand that I used to make my first garment, which is so exciting. I think I used their Feeling Good yarn to make a sleeveless vest in this like beautiful orange red, and it's still one of my favorite pieces. I think it was a collaboration for Earth Day, like recycling and reusing and swapping, and it was in my local Traid. Sorry, my cat is not happy. Come on. Oh, he's running over, Maurice. Why are you so cute? What's wrong? You want a cuddle? He wants some attention because he's been home alone all evening. Look how big he is. This is the biggest cat you've ever seen. He's literally a fluff. He's like a marshmallow. The cutest boy you've ever seen. Tickets were like £5 and I went along by myself, and I took loads of yarn that I either bought too much of or had like leftover from previous projects. Oh my god, now I've got cat hair in my mouth. And when you got there, they like had a look at the yarn that you bought and like put it into categories. Category 1 being wool blend, second being either mohair or like cotton, and the third being acrylic. And I'd taken all like pure wool along like some really nice big balls left over from one of my first projects. And yeah, just tables laid out and you got to choose what yarn you wanted, and then they had a little craft station where you could sit down. They had loads of free Wool and the Gang patterns printed out, and they also had some like crochet hooks and needles and drinks, and got some of these guys. I'm excited about those. Crisps, proper crisps, sort of sea salt lentil chips, very excited about those. So I sat down and made some new friends, which we're now friends on Instagram, which was so fun. We all just sat there and like knitted and crocheted, and this lovely lady taught me how to crochet a hairband. Yeah, I'm not the best crocheter. I'm not very good at it. I just can't work out how to hold my yarn. Like I feel like I do it all right, like I do it like that, but it always comes loose or too tight. But yeah, she taught me how to crochet this hairband, so I've been working on this, which is so fun. I've never done anything like this before. It makes me very happy. So yeah, now that I've done that, and now that it's so easy and has literally taken so little yarn, I think that's just such a nice little gift to make someone. I'm definitely going to be making more of these little hairbands. Oh, before I show you what I got, I'm going to cut away to some clips that I got at the event. Yeah, I thought I'd show you some of the yarn that I got. It was this massive cone of bright yellow. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's made from. I think it might be cotton or linen. I don't know what the gauge is. I have no idea, and also it is a bit concerning because it looks super splitty, so I reckon that's probably why someone didn't want to work with it. But I just thought this would be so nice to make a little summer camisole with. It's quite a big cone. I'm guessing I definitely could make some sort of little strappy top with this. But yeah, I couldn't leave that there because it's so pretty and I love the colour. Like, I've never knit anything in this colour before. I also got this. Again, I don't know what any of these are, but I love this colour. I reckon this might be Wool and the Gang. The colour is so nice and it is so soft. I'm obsessed with this colour at the moment. Yeah, very happy about that. I'm not sure what to make with some of these, but we shall see. I got this. Again, no idea where it's from, but it is a really pretty like brown wool, really pretty dark brown. I would say kind of worsted or Aran weight, maybe even chunky. Really love that colour. And then I also got this, again, no idea what it is, but love the colour. I don't know, I like the idea of making like a scrappy project. I've been saving up some scraps to make a scrappy project, so at some point I will do that. And then also something I'm so excited about is I got some balls of Rowan cotton. So basically I couldn't find anything on the wool stand that I liked anymore, so I swapped it for a couple of these. This is the Rowan Calmer. It's 75% cotton and 25% acrylic, and I think it's discontinued according to Ravelry, but it's a really pretty purple shade, and I got 4 of these. So I'm really excited again to make some sort of summer top. I could make the Genie top in this because this is worsted weight, and it's very similar to the colour that I'm knitting my Genie top in. So yeah, I am really happy with my little haul, my yarn scrap haul. Such a great night. I do hope Wool and the Gang do that again, or I do hope that some other yarn brands like do something like that. It's just a really nice way to meet like knitters in my local area, because I do live in Walthamstow. Great evening. So I'm just going to make a cup of tea, and then I can show you the progress that I made on my Genie top yesterday, because I cast it on last night. I'm very excited about it. So last night I had, because my event was cancelled, I had a couple of hours to learn how to do Italian tubular cast on, and I actually picked it up quite quickly and really enjoyed it. It was my first time doing double knitting, and when I was doing it I was like, I don't understand how this works. But then once I started actually like started the pattern, then I was like, oh, it makes sense now. So I mean, I've done hardly anything but this is the start. So this is the hem of the top, and I mean, it is quite bunched up, but I'm hoping it will fit around me. I think it's going to be stretchy, isn't it, because that looks so tiny. I don't think that's going to fit over my waist, but yeah, I'm hoping. It seems to be quite a stretchy cast on, and yeah, this is how it's looking. Nice little neat cast on in 1x1 rib. I've still got a lot of yarn left, and now I'm just knitting in pattern for a little while. And we are going away tomorrow. We're going to Whitby. It's actually quite funny. We're going to Whitby because they have a goth weekend on, and we went last year with G's parents and it was so much fun. It's literally walking around a town full of goths. Like everywhere you look there's a goth, and there's not just like normal goths, it's like people go all out with their costumes. It is so great, so much fun. There's like a Dracula convention, like goth convention, where you can go and like buy merch, and we went last year. It was so much fun, so much so that we are going again this year, but we're taking my family as well. So we're going with G's family and my family. There's going to be 10 of us. I am hoping to dress up on Saturday. I've got some face paints out. I've got a little suit thing going on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting away to Whitby, but I do think it means that I'm probably not going to have much time to knit over the weekend, because it's going to be pretty full on, just exploring and walking around. And I think it will be my sister's first time in Whitby maybe, so I'm excited for her to see it. The reason that there's a goth weekend in Whitby is because Dracula, written by Bram Stoker, was set and written from and in Whitby. Whitby Abbey is like very beautiful and romantic and whimsical, but also very gothic, and there's a little graveyard next to the abbey, and you go up on the goth weekend and there'll just be goths sitting around by the gravestones. Yeah, they do it twice a year, in April and also like Halloween time. So if this sounds appealing to you, also the best fish and chips of your life in the little seaside town of Whitby. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to sign this vlog off now. It's been really nice sharing the week with you. I feel like the next time I do one of these, I will be sure to pick up the camera a little bit more. There have been times where I've like forgotten to vlog if I've been knitting, but yeah, I'm getting into the swing of things now. But I hope you enjoyed it. Lots of love. Bye. Oh my god, you guys, I'm coming at you an hour later to say that I'm going to have to rip back my entire Genie top because it's twisted. This has literally never happened to me before, and there's literally a thing in the instructions being like, don't twist your stitches, and I've twisted my stitches and it's really wonky. Like if I do it to how it should be, there's a wonk in it. I'm so gutted because this has taken me hours, like literal hours to do. I am pretty devastated right now. How have I only just realised that?